Yes, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your entrepreneurship tutor, Professor Henry Buiza of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. This is an assignment for students of project management and those of technology and innovation. My students, may I remind you that the third mission of the university refers to an additional function of the university in the field of creating knowledge. Well, the university is not only responsible for qualifying the human capital, that is education, and that was the first mission of the university at its inception. And the university is not just for producing new knowledge alone, that is research, and that is the second mission. The universities must engage with societal needs and market demands by linking the university's activity and with its own socio-economic context. Indeed, that is the third mission of the university. You can read more about it at that link. So, this is for my students of project management and technology and innovation. Now, in the spirit of the third mission of the university, I want you to watch this video, was in the news, and then discuss the impact of BAD's invasion of farms to the local and national economy. Thereafter, project management students will take their own assignments specifically, and same to technology and innovation. Now, watch and really make notes for discussion.
Rice farmers in Kisumu are now calling on the national government to intervene following a bird invasion in the Kano rice fields, which has led to losses amounting to millions of shillings.
Well, the 3-year invasion has been escalating following the suspension of the routine chemical control of the birds after complaints of environmental degradation. And as Laura Otieno reports, some farmers have begun abandoning rice farming, posing a threat to the attainment of the food security agenda of the Big Four.
7 a.m. at the Kano rice field in Nyando, Kisumu County. What may pass as a scenic sight of birds perched on lush green vegetation is actually real danger. David Olango has been farming rice for the last 7 years. Today, we meet him chasing flocks of birds that have descended on his rice paddies. Here, men, women and children join hands to fight a common enemy.
Ndege haziogopi. Siku ya kwanza anaweza ogopa kidogo, na siku ya pili ndege zitaanza kukuja karibu, na siku ya tatu zitakupaa hapo. Sasa wataanza kukula hapo karibu na hiyo scarecrow yako.
Kwa mtu wa kufukuza ndege saizi eka moja tunalipa 5,000 kwa mtu moja, na mtu moja hizi akafanya hiyo kazi yote, inabidi muwe watu 4 ama watu 7.
According to the National Irrigation Authority, farmers in the West Kano rice scheme lose up to 15,000 metric tons of rice per season to birds. The papyrus reeds dotting Lake Victoria's shoreline, providing shelter for the birds, and the adjacent rice fields offering a conducive environment for the birds to multiply. The Ministry of Agriculture in the past used chemical control methods in rice fields across the country, but the process was halted in the West Kano scheme following a court injunction sought by a lobby group seeking to protect the ecosystem.
There is a company that is currently testing a bird repellent. A bird repellent where they will be able to spray on the rice and it repels the birds without killing them. So the Pest Control and Products Board is currently doing a test of it to evaluate its efficacy in terms of repelling the birds.
Kenya's current annual rice consumption stands at 949,000 metric tons against a production capacity of 180,000 tons. Coupled with the high cost of farm inputs, section of farms at the West Kano fields have been abandoned, with farmers decrying the piling losses.
Sahi nitasema karibu 80%, 90% ni wale wamefanya leasing. Wale wakulima hasa wametoroka, wamewacha mashamba. Hiyo inamaanisha mara mingi pesa yenye inatoka kwa hii shughuli huwa inaenda kwa mkono ya watu sio wakulima hasa wa hapa.
Apart from the losses in terms of income to the farmer, farmers are now harvesting premature rice. And when you harvest premature rice just because of the scare of birds, there is a likelihood of aflatoxin to set in the rice. So it is a danger also to the consumer.
With the Ministry of Agriculture waiting on the development of an alternative to salvage the bird-infested rice fields, the fowls peck away not only on the rice grains but also at the hope among locals of profiting from rice farming. As Kenya puts across synergies towards attaining the food security agenda of the Big Four, the escalating human-wildlife conflict in the West Kano rice fields is threatening to curtail that dream, with farmers counting losses running into millions of shillings and potentially threatening the country's food basket.
The desperate attempt to save their grain, but the birds seem unbothered as they eat away at the farmers' livelihoods. This is Mbere South in Meru County, where sorghum farmers could lose up to 70% of their crop as a result of this bird invasion. Boniface Njuki is a devastated man. He planted Gadam sorghum on his 100 piece of land, hoping to make profit after securing a market with Kenya breweries, but instead he is looking at a 3 million shillings loss.
Mara ya kwanza nililima hadi hectares na yote ikasambuliwa na ndege. Tunajaribu kuandika hata watu ya kutusaidia kufukuza ndege, maana tutaki kuua ndege. Tunajaribu kusifukuza na asiendi.
The farmers say they have complained to the County Department of Agriculture and the Wildlife Department to help get rid of the birds. But nothing has been done yet. They now want the national government to step in and help them.
Yes, in your groups, you will go on and discuss the film, the videos, in relation to the impact that the birds are having on the economy. That is, both project management students and technology and innovation students, you'll discuss them in your groups, and then you'll come to present back that discussion, so we discuss it. But now, specifically for project management students, each group again will construct comprehensive stakeholder analysis complete with the stakeholder matrix to identify the primary, secondary, and tertiary stakeholders in the birds and farmer conflict. You will then, again in groups, discuss the interests of each stakeholder in this birds-farmer conflict. And finally, you will develop strategies that each stakeholder can implement to contribute towards solving the said conflict, and therefore contribute to the third mission of the university, that is project management students. Now, for technology and innovation students, rewatch the methods that the farmers, Kenyan farmers, are using in this fight against birds in Kisumu and Meru. Now, watch the methods in the following clips. Build on them and design innovative and patentable technologies for farmers to use. Be guided by Rogers' characteristic of an innovation. The innovation must have high relative advantage. It must have trialability, observability, compatibility, and it must have low complexity. It should not be complex to use. We are saying, let us all actively contribute to the society that nurtured us and in which we live. Now let's watch those extra methods.
This is wind spinner. So we have used plastic waste water bottle, shiny tape, and we have given a wooden stick in the center for support. So due to wind, it will spin and it will create the same scorching effect by reflecting away all the spectrum of light into the bird's eyes, irritating them and causing them to fly away.
Yes, the technologies you have seen were developed elsewhere. Innovation means building on what is existing and make it better. Innovation must be not complex. It must have relative advantage over the existing, and it must be simple enough to be used by the user. You have seen the technologies or the methods Kenyan farmers are using. Can you make them better and in fact simpler? Then you'll be contributing to society. Then our university will be moving towards implementing the third mission. This is going to contribute towards your examination and your qualification and your marks. I'm waiting for your technologies, patentable,